Please, for the love of accuracy, stop saying chai tea. You're literally saying TT. I think what you heard is that this is a little bit of a silly thing that people do. And then you got mad about it. And then that makes me mad about it. So I can get mad about it if you'd like me to. If you'd like to take that energy with it, I can bring that energy and say, would you like to take your hound dog down to the Rio Grande River? That's just take your dog to the Big River. Maybe after that, you could visit the La Brea Tar Pits, which is the Tartar Pits. And then after that, you can join me at the Los Angeles Angels game. The Angels. Hound dog, for me, is the most illustrative example here. This is exactly what happened. So the German word for dog is Hund, and there were German-type dogs, and when German dogs came to non-German places, I assume English-speaking places, they were like, that's a hound. That the kind of dog that they have in Germany, they call it a Hund, it's a hound. And we just took that word that was their generic word for a dog, and then we called that specific dog with their generic dog name. So when I say a hound dog, I mean a specific kind of dog that is a hound. It might be a sight hound, might be a scent hound. But I've taken that loan word that for them meant one thing, and I've used it to mean a new and different thing. And this is how language works. And we don't have to go much farther than this, though we certainly can. This is what happened with chai. Chai is a specific kind of tea. Tea is just when you put leaves in hot water. It doesn't even have to be leaves. It could be flowers. It could be other things. Sticks, stems. You could if you put it in hot water and it's a plant, that's a tea now. But the way that we talk about tea is that we have a descriptor and then we say the word tea. This is what we do. We have a black tea and green tea, and we have a boba tea, and we have a red tea and a white tea, and we have a chai tea. When I ask for naan, I could ask for naan, but I could also ask for naan bread. And naan means bread, but naan bread to me is a specific kind of bread. And so I might say the word bread after that, and that wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't be a problem for anyone. No one thinks that that's a problem until somebody raises the point and is like, I see a problem. You didn't see a problem. There wasn't a problem. You invented a problem. When we talk about the Sahara Desert, no one's upset. For sure, Sahara means desert, but that's not a word in my language, and so Sahara Desert is fine. People might get upset about ATM machine, but I don't get upset about ATM machine, automated teller machine, because you could say I'm going to go to the ATM, and that's fine. That's not confusing. And you can say I'm going to go to the ATM machine, and that's fine. It's not confusing. I don't think it's confusing. When languages borrow words, they don't also import grammar. They just import the word. Now, you could say that chai is all you need to say. It's just chai. But that doesn't actually fix the problem, because if you think that chai is just tea, and so I'm saying tea, then now I'm just saying tea, but you know I'm not saying tea. You think I'm saying chai. I'm saying a specific kind of tea. In India, when people say chai, they just mean tea. But the kind of tea they're usually talking about is the kind of tea that we mean when we say chai. The kind where you've got a bunch of spices in it that we don't normally have in tea. You've got cardamom, you've got cinnamon, maybe even pepper or fennel. I'm forgetting an important one. I said cardamom, I said pepper, cloves. So you might call it a spiced chai, and then you're calling it a spiced tea. But something else very interesting happened. And I've lost most of you by now. I know you're gone. But for the people who stuck around, this is very weird. I had this comment from Rob Vespa, who says, haha, you know this, Hank. Chai means tea. So tea, double T? This always makes me grin when people say this. Now that is a fine comment. I have no problem with that comment. At least you're grinning. This other guy actually seemed to be mad at me. For the love of accuracy. But anyway, what's this? From Eden? Haha, you know this, Hank. Chai means tea. So tea, double T? This always makes me grin when people say this. Eden? I don't think you're a real person. I think you stole Rob's comment and then posted it. And then posted it again. Eden, what are you doing? How does it feel to be a computer program just traipsing around the internet, copying and pasting people's stuff? But that's not my point. My point is, you could say chai, and you could say chai tea, because this is how we talk. And when we talk about tea in English, usually we put a descriptor before the word tea. Not always. Coffee is a kind of tea, and we don't call it coffee tea. So maybe chai transcends tea to the point where you can just call it chai. But unless and until you find it necessary to tell someone that they're saying dog when they say hound dog, I think that you've misunderstood how language works. Different languages take different words from other languages and they use them how they see fit. And there isn't anything inaccurate about that, and there isn't anything disrespectful about that. And if you would like to get the Evensong chai tea. It's absolutely delicious. I have it many evenings. It doesn't have any black tea in it. It is entirely caffeine-free. It's not decaffeinated. It's caffeine-free. It is extremely delicious. I share it with friends. I celebrate it. I love it. It's a favorite tea of mine, and I think that you should consider purchasing some from Good Store, where all profits are donated to charity. Now, let's play Connections. April 20th Connections. It's Easter as I record this. We got bar joke, bunny shirt, dye, whip, sock, peep. We got some Easter looking stuff here. Egg, gander, hip, rubber bands, glance. We've got gander and glance and peep. Aha, I knew it would be a red herring. And look, those are all the words that mean to look at something. Just to have a little quick look at. A peep. I don't know. What's another word for that? Anyway, let's stick them all over there. Great. We got egg. What's the egg gonna be? I don't know. Egg, whip, egg. No, that whip was one of them. Rubber bands. What are rubber bands? Sock, shirt, peep, whip, bunny, chocolate bunny. That's the thing. Chocolate bunny, chocolate bar, chocolate egg. Yeah. And chocolate rubber bands. Chocolate basin, chocolate shirt, chocolate sock, whip. Now watch me nay. Is it dance moves? Whip, sock, hop, hip. There's dances that have hip in them, so is it like one of the like whip and nay, sock hop, hip hop, sock hop, hip hop. Did I just stumble onto something valuable here? Bar hop, bunny hop. That's the purple. That's probably the purple, and I just found it before finding the other ones. What does that leave me with? Rubber bands, joke, code, dye, basin, whip, peep, whip, egg. I don't know. Egg? Rubber bands, dye, shirt. That's tie-dye stuff, which leaves us with whip, code, egg, joke. No idea. Joke, code, whip, egg, joke, code, whip. Egg, whip. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that this is the purple though, so I don't have to know it. I'd love if I could get that because it would confirm for me that the tie-dye thing is right, but I'm pretty sure it is. Hip hop, bunny hop, sock hop, and bar hop. That's the purple. Yes. And then this one that I don't know is probably the blue. Code, whip, joke, egg. Things you can crack. Okay. Yeah. All right, I maybe would have got there eventually, but probably not. And then basin shirt, rubber bands, and dye for tie-dyeing, and then glance, look, peep, gander for taking a little look. A glimpse. All right, everybody, that was fun. Anyway, chai tea.